The Hobbit by J.R.R. Tolkien, Chapter 7 Queer Lodgings, Part 5. Well, here is Mirkwood, said Gandalf, the greatest of the forest of the northern world. I hope you like the look of it. Now you must send back these excellent ponies you have borrowed. The dwarfs were inclined to grumble at this, but the wizard told them they were fools. Bjorn is not as far off as you seem to think, and you had better keep your promises anyway, for he is a bad enemy. Mr. Baggin's eyes are sharper than yours. If you have not seen each night after a dark a great bear going along with us or sitting far off in the moon watching our camps, not only to guard you and guide you, but to keep an eye on the ponies too. Beyond may be your friend, but he loves his animals as his children. You do not guess what kindness he has shown you in letting dwarfs ride them so far and so fast, nor what would happen to you if you try to take them into forest. What about the horse then? Said Thorin. You don't mention sending that back. I don't, because I'm not sending it. What about your promise then? I will look after that. I am not sending the horse back. I am riding it. Then they knew that Gandalf was going to leave them at the very edge of Mirkwood, and they were in despair. But nothing they would say would change his mind. Now we had this all out before when we landed on the Karok. It is not use arguing. I have, as I told you, some pressing business away south, and I am already late through bothering with you people. We may meet again before all is over, and then again, of course, we may not. That depends on your luck and on your courage and sense. And I'm sending Mr. Baggins with you. I have told you before that he has more about him than you guess, and you will find that out before long. So cheer up, Bilbo, and don't look so glum. Cheer up, Thorin and company. This is your expedition after all. Think of the treasure at the end and forget the forest and the dragon at any rate until tomorrow morning. When tomorrow morning came, he still said the same. So now there was nothing left to do but to fill their water skins at a clear spring they found close to Forest Gate and unpack the ponies. They distributed the packages as fairly as they could, though Bilbo thought his lot was wearisomely heavy and did not at all like the idea of trudging for miles and miles with all that on his back. Don't you worry, said Thorin. It will get lighter all too soon. Before long, I expect we shall all wish our packs heavier when the food begins to run short. Then at last they said goodbye to their ponies and turned their heads for home. Off they trotted gaily, seeming very glad to put their tails toward the shadow of the Mirkwood. As they went away, Bilbo could have sworn that a thing like a bear left the shadow of trees and shambled off quickly after them. Now Gandalf too said farewell. Bilbo sat on the ground, feeling very unhappy and wishing he was beside the wizard on his tall horse. He had gone just inside the forest after breakfast, a very poor one, and it had seemed as dark in there in the morning as at night, and very secret. A sort of watching and waiting feeling, he said to himself. Goodbye, said Gandalf to Thorin, and goodbye to you all. Goodbye. Straight through the forest is your way now. Don't stray off the track. If you do, it is 1,000 to 1 you will never find it again and never get out of Mirkwood. And then I don't suppose I or anyone else will ever see you again. Do we really have to go though? Groaned the hobbit. Yes, you do, said Wizard. If you want to get to the other side, you must either go through or give up your quest. And I am not going to allow you to back out now, Mr. Baggins. I am ashamed of you for thinking of it. You have got to look after all these dwarfs for me. He laughed. No, no, said Bilbo. I didn't mean that. I meant, is there no way around? There is, if you care to go 200 miles or so out of your way north and twice that south. But you wouldn't get a safe path even then. There are no safe paths in this part of the world. Remember, you are over the edge of the wild now and in all sorts of fun wherever you go. Before you could get around Mirkwood in the north, you would be right among the slopes of Grey Mountains, and they are simply stiff with goblins, hobgoblins, and orcs of worst description. Before you could get around in the south, you would get into the land of Necromancer, and even you, Bilbo, won't need me to tell you tales of that black sorcerer. I don't advise you to go anywhere near the places overlooked by his dark tower. Stick to the forest track, keep your spirits up, hope for the best, and with a tremendous slice of luck, you may come out one day and see the long marshes lying below you, and beyond them, high in the east, the lonely mountain where dear old Smug lives. Though I hope he is not expecting you. Very comforting you are, to be sure, growled Thorin. Goodbye. If you won't come with us, you had better get off without any more talk. Goodbye then, and really goodbye, said Gandalf, and he turned his horse and rode down into west. But he could not resist temptation to have the last word. Before he had passed quite out of hearing, he turned and put his hands to his mouth and called to them. They heard his voice come faintly. Goodbye, be good, take care of yourselves, and don't leave the path. Then he galloped away and was soon lost to sight. Oh, goodbye and go away, grunted Dwarfs, all the more angry because they were really filled with dismay at losing him. Now began the most dangerous part of all the journey. They each shouldered the heavy pack and the water skin which was their share, and turned from the light that lay on the lands outside and plunged into the forest. End of chapter 7.